Hi, welcome to the presentation of ITECH 7407. My name is Barsha Gautam and I, along with my three other team members, are doing a video presentation on the topic Big Data Governance. So we are aware of big data that is in a huge volume, velocity, variability, etc. New technology and internet connection has enabled more and more data to generate. So today, this data are used to take most important decision in a business organization or any sort of organization. These data are stored in a huge amount and are accessible anytime. So big data governance refers to the management of huge volume of an organization's data, exploiting it in an organization's decision making using different analytical tools. So let's see on what are the trends causing necessity for big data governance. So there are multiple push factors for data governance, and some of them are increasing data volume, which also increases data consistencies, which should be identified and mitigated before using them, and data democratization that are created, the need of common understanding of data, impact of regulatory requirements such as data protection regulatory, need for a common business language to enable cross-department analysis and decisions. Let's see the goals and benefits of data governance. Some of them are stronger security, which helps remediating risks to critical data, increase data quality for better decision making, improve operational quality for simpler management of data, reduce data management costs to improve the financial sector of an organization, reduce data security violation by providing training on proper handling of data. So there are some of the people who are in an organization who are responsible for data governance. So Anand will be continuing after this.
Thank you, Barsha. Um, on my part, I'm just gonna talk about who is responsible for data governance, like who are the key role players. First of all, the chief data officer. The chief data officer often have overall responsibility and accountability for their organization's data governance program. Secondly, there is the data governance council or committee. It typically made up of executives from all business units. It sets data policies and standards and resolves any issues. Thirdly, the data governance team. A data governance manager heads a program office that may also include data architects and governance specialists. Data stewards. Stewards oversee data sets and are in charge of implementing governance policies and monitoring compliance with them. And lastly, the data quality analysts and engineers. They work within the governance team and data stewards to fix data errors and track data quality metrics. After this, the data governance frameworks. We should be able to clarify the data governance frameworks. The data governance frameworks includes firstly the mission and the vision. The main purpose of big data governance is the safety of data regardless of the system it is developed. Secondly, the objective. The main objective of big data governance is to provide a platform where the data quantity is not compromised and personal information and privacy of data is guaranteed. It should also align with the objective of the organization and create new analytics. Strategy. The value big data will generate should be based on the purpose of the organization strategies and should be formulated in such a way that the objective of the organization will be achieved. For instance, protection of personal information, maintaining the quality of data, metadata, data access, data lifecycle, etc. The goal. The main goal of data governance framework is to ensure that there is no information leakage, privacy breaches, and projects are implemented successfully. To achieve this goal, standards for big data must be redefined rather than only changing the attributes. To achieve the goal, type of data and timeline plays a very crucial role. If appropriate data are prepared, the result will be accurate. On the other hand, even though the effort is very high and data are correct, if we miss the period, analysis would be meaningless as the decision making will be highly affected. Therefore, data type and timeline should go hand on hand for the viable results. Audit process. Processing of data should be done by separate auditing department from collection to visualization of data. Each phase of data processing must be audited and possible risks should be monitored with collection, processing, analysis, and visualization phases. Data management. The components of data governance and big data governance is almost similar to instance, data privacy management of data, maintenance of data. The determination for trust in case of data management for personal as well as organizational data should be same. For big data management application should be expanded to the domain of big data for the effective flow and management of data. So by planning the components needed to implement data governance, a policy can be applied. The IT infrastructure of big data would require new computing technologies and investment. If equipped with appropriate big data governance, decision can be made to ensure the selection of suitable solutions and maintenance of consistent level of services on IT infrastructure investment. Then comes the issues of implementation of the plan. The implementation process consists of organizational structure, relevant stakeholders, scope of big data, setting the policies and standards, optimizing and computing the data, measuring and monitoring the quality, storing the data, and communicating and managing the data. Now I would like to call upon my next friend to carry on the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Anand. That was a wonderful presentation. So, am I audible?
Yes.
So, hi, I'm Dipendra Shakya. I'll be presenting on best practices for managing data government initiatives. So, continuing on data governance initiative, it is a huge topic and a focus on business value and organizational outcomes, internal agreement on data accountability and decision rights, a trust-based governance model that relies on data lineage and curation. What are all these? These are the best practices that we can that an organization can utilize to manage their data governance. So what further moving on, transparent decision making that used to set up ethical principles, risk management and data security included as core governance component, ongoing education and training with mechanisms to monitor their effectiveness, and a collaborative culture and governance process that encourages the broad participation. Moving on, so every new or innovative processes uh, uh, will always be with challenges. The first and foremost challenge for data governance is to get the initiative approved. It's a challenging task to demonstrate business value of data governance to an organization, as it requires development of quantifiable metrics, particularly on data quality improvements. That numbers could include resolution of data errors, additional man hours, accuracy measurement, or activities related to data consistency. The next would be supporting self analytics. So another challenge arises because number of users have their hands in the data in an organization, and making sure that each of the data is accurate and accessible, and is not misused or run afoul of data privacy and security restrictions by self-service users is a challenge in itself. uh, streaming data uh, Streaming data that's used for real time analytics even further complicates those efforts. Finally, the governing the big data, as right now the data are moving to petabytes and exabytes. So the deployment of big data systems also add new governance needs and challenges. Big data would not just consist of structural data that is easily stored in relational databases, but is complicated by presence of unstructured data, which requires variety of platforms such as Hadoop and SQL. The four pillars of data governance are uh, as shown here, data stewardship, data governance use cases, data quality, and master data management. So data quality, these points have been already discussed. But see, these are the four pillars to have a good sustainable data governance in an organization. So data stewardship, simply a patron responsible for being accountable to a portion of an organization data with duties such as quality, security, and usage. They collaborate with other data management professionals to identify data requirements and issues. Next would be data quality. The data accuracy, completeness, and consistency across systems are crucial hallmarks of successful governance initiatives. Proper data governance would leave accurate, consistent, trustworthy data. The third could be the third is the data governance use cases. As data use continues to expand and new technologies emerge, data governance is likely to gain even wider application. It can aid in other corporate processes such as risk management, business process management, and even mergers and acquisitions. The fourth could be the master data management. It helps to establish a uniform master set of data for the entities utilized in a business process, which would help in removing ambiguity. And with this, I would like to pass on to my friend Sonu.
Thank you, Dipendra. Hi, my name is Sonu. I'm here to further explain on tools of data governance. We have listed out some tools that are most popular as data governance softwares. Overledge, TrueDat, Colibra, IBM Data Governance, Talent, Informatica, Alteryx, aka ClearSwift Information Government Service, Data2, Cloudera Enterprise, and Data. If we compare the top data governance tools, according to ratings, Colibra and Informatica will get the same ratings, and Talinda, IBM, and Alteryx will get the same ratings. Colibra is good at responding quickly, whereas IBM is good for its integration capabilities. Talinda provides a data integration solution regardless of size, and Alteryx is good for data analytics. Next, please. Now presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.